tough quarter, Richard. Revenue down 94% for the second quarter, but the market seems to be fixated on comments you made on the earnings call that there's pent-up demand for bookings into next year. Help us understand, who is booking a cruise for next year? What's the profile of this customer? Baby boomers, millennials? Who is it, Richard?
Well, I think we are seeing that there is a pent-up demand. People are frustrated being at home and being isolated. What we're seeing particularly is the people that know us, the past cruisers, know what we offer, and they're looking forward to being able to come back again next year. So I don't think that's a surprise. I think everybody's looking forward to seeing the industry come back into full operation.
You had also said on the call that China, potentially Australia, could see cruise lines resume operations before October. That's well before Wall Street was expecting. But I guess the big question is, when do we see cruises return to service here in the U.S.? That makes a majority of your revenue. You've seen this timeline pushed back now 3 times. First it was July, then it was August. Now it's October 31st. Are you confident that you'll see your ships return to sea before the end of the year?
I think with COVID, I don't think anybody can be confident of anything. I think we are seeing some movement in other countries. We started up in Germany. Looks like in mid-August you'll see some starting up out of Italy. We are hopeful that things will improve and also we'll see some movement in Australia and China. But every place is looking at it independently. And we're learning throughout this process. And we're very pleased with our Blue Ribbon panel. We are working with them to come up with what we think are the best protocols. But one of the big determinants will be what's happening in the broader society. Because if the broader society is totally locked down, then you're obviously not going to see cruising coming back. What we want to do is we're taking this time. We know we're out of service for a while. So this is a time when we can learn and improve. And when we do start to come back, I think one of the points that we made on the call was we don't expect this to be a light switch where all of a sudden everything starts to go. We expect it'll be a dimmer. And we'll start and we'll learn from the start. We're learning from what's happening in Europe now. We'll learn more and then gradually build up throughout the coming months.
But with no certainty as to when sailings will return or will resume operations, you've raised more debt. You have about $4 billion in liquidity. Where do discussions stand with the federal government? You have the airlines continuing their conversations about financial relief. And where do those discussions stand with the Trump administration? And are you willing to change where your company is incorporated from Liberia to the U.S. to increase the chance of getting financial relief?
Well, we're not having discussions with the U.S. government about supporting the cruise industry. We started with a strong balance sheet. We've taken a lot of steps to improve our liquidity. We've taken a lot of steps to bring our costs under control. It's a very painful process we've gone through, but we're doing that without relying on the U.S. government. We're doing that on our own, and I think that's the process that we would expect to continue.